Parents, this is one of the big mistakes we make with our preschoolers, toddlers, and grade schoolers. Yes, we all make this mistake. I certainly made it. Do you want the yellow one or the purple? Pick. Yellow or purple? Liza, do you want the French fries or the chips? French fries? No? Chips? Okay, Dobby, which one do you want? Which one? Well, you have to pick one. Hurry up. J-Don Mom here, grown mom with grown kids, and we've all done it. We've given our little ones too many decisions, too much power and autonomy, and it was just beyond their years. Yes, we want our kids to grow up having choices and feeling autonomous and powerful and able to make decisions for their life. Yes, but not when they're 6, not when they're 2, not even when they're 10 sometimes, depending on the decision. The key is to give them a little at a time as they're growing into it. The problem is that we give them all of this sort of power in authority and decision making when they're too small to understand they can't always do that. I found it much better to make most of the decisions while they're small and give them 1 or 2 here and there. And then as they get older, give them a little more and a little more. So their expectation is, mom and dad are going to handle things, and sometimes I can add something to that. Versus, I get to choose this, and if mom and dad are going to cut in and tell me stuff, I'm going to argue about it. You see the difference? We need to set the expectation first and then grow them into their decision making as they go along. You know what your child likes to eat. If they eat potato chips better than French fries, just order them potato chips or buy them chips. Don't ask them. However, there is a time for them to have some choices here and there. So the choices that you allow them are choices that you've kind of already vetted the choices. So that means you don't give them this wide variety of, hey, what do you want to eat? And there's this vast variety for them to choose from. Instead, you as a parent already pick a few things, 2 or 3 at most. And you say, hey, which of these would you prefer? And that way they can choose from the choices you've already vetted, right? Same with their clothes. It's fine. They want to pick their outfit because they want to be able to express themselves. Nothing wrong with that. They want to pick the color they want to use. Nothing wrong with that. But do it in a way that it's not every single time. It's sometimes. And the choices are limited so that they can feel powerful. They made a choice and they like the choice they made. This also helps them see that sometimes they'll choose something and change their mind. It's part of life. Sometimes they can change their mind without consequence, and sometimes they can't. Like you already ordered such and such a thing at the restaurant, or we already bought this thing and brought it home, so you already have it. You can't change it right now. That's a natural consequence, not a punishment, but just, hey, that's the way it is. Or you already ate it and you didn't like it, but you already ate it. Next time, we'll do different. There's that type of conversation. So they're growing and they're learning, and it's just a wonderful growing, and they're sprouting up as their own individual. It's amazing. The dark side of that is when we give our kids too many choices, too many options, too much power, too many decisions to make, and too much autonomy too early. And they end up being quite entitled, privileged, and bratty. Because when they don't get what you've told them they should be getting and choosing all the time, now they're going to fuss about it. Because it took us years to teach them, hey, every time I ask you, you're going to get to choose. And now suddenly we're not letting them choose. They're not going to like that. So that's why we need to be wise in the way that we give them little choices here and there over time and let them see mom and dad make most of the choices for you. You're a child. That's not to say in a negative, condescending way, you're a child, mom and dad make, not that. But just the facts are, we're the adults. We make most of the decisions. And then we allow them to make some of the decisions as they go along. You'll be surprised how much kids don't really care when you choose for them. I think we care more about choosing, and so we put that on them. Just choose and pick and go somewhere and have fun, and they're fine with that. As long as they're with you or they're getting their needs met, it's really not that big of a deal. Don't make it a deal that it isn't, because when they're older, Preteens, teens, oh my, this is going to come back to bite you because your authority was not established early enough and they think they get to choose everything. So that's my 2 cents. That's the lesson I learned, and I hope it's helpful to you. Make sure you hit the subscribe and the like and the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming out. And leave a comment below, maybe some of the lessons you learned doing just this, or some of the choices you give your child that really work out, or just teaching each other, because moms learn so much from other moms. Leave some comments and let's see what we find out. This is J Dawn Mom, Iggsy.